Hey everybody, I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. My name is Bill Brady and I'm a professional food and beverage photographer. I've been earning my living as a food and beverage photographer for the last 25 years. I like to tell people, you may not know me, but chances are you've seen my work. So the reason I created this YouTube channel is for one simple reason. I've been noticing a lot of really bad food photos online for Instagram feeds and on LinkedIn. And I'm trying to tell you guys, if you're posting ugly food photos, it's not doing your brand any good. It's not that hard to do food photography, but food photography is not intuitive. For example, you need to set up your camera the right way. You need to set up your smartphone the right way. You need to learn how to do a little bit of lighting. You need to learn the composition and the best angles that work for food photography. And it's really not that challenging if you have a guide like myself to teach you. So what I've done is I've created this system where you take your food photos, you submit them to my channel. I'll give you the information on how to do that. And what I'll do is I'll give you honest critique and feedback. I promise I'll be kind. I'll tell you what works in the photo and what doesn't work in the photo. And then we'll just give you some easy ways to fix that. And then I'd like you to take an after photo and send that in. And then we'll do another follow-up video with all the afters. So probably the videos will be two parts. The first is chefs sharing their food, not great food photos. I'll give it an honest analysis. I'll tell you how to fix it. Then you do an after, you send it in, and we'll show them both. What I really love about chefs learning food photography is you guys are already halfway there. You have half the equation. You already know how to plate food. In food photography, we call that styling, but for dinner service, you call it plating. And you know how to put food on a plate. You know how to cook food. You know how to give it grill marks. You know how to make it look pretty. The only tweaks that you're going to need to know are how to put it under good light and good camera angles and different ways to make your food photos look good. And then also you need to learn how to style it or plate it for camera, and it's a subtle shift, but once you understand how to do that, your food photos are going to improve dramatically. So I just want to show you an example of how this is going to work. So in this first example, this is a pizza that we photographed. We took it out of the oven, we put it on the stove. There's no particularly good light coming in from anywhere, and you see the result. It's okay, but it's kind of blurry. The light was a little low, and I did that intentionally so that you could see the radical difference when you actually light it correctly. The second example is what we did was we took the food, we put it on a table. There was natural light coming in from the window, and the light was it was a very sunny day, so the light is very dramatic. And all we did was we took a white piece of card and we put it on the opposite side of where the sun was coming in, and we just kind of softened the shadows. But look at the difference, it's night and day. The food photo that's done in natural, beautiful light, and it looks amazing. So my definition of food photography is, does it make me hungry? Do I want to eat that? In the first picture, I don't really want to eat that. I mean, it's okay, but it's nothing special. In the second photo, though, now that looks amazing. I would definitely want to dig into that, and I would go into that restaurant. So if you're posting photos like the first one, you're missing out on sales and you're missing out on customers. In the second example, this is a chicken sandwich. I was shooting this in a restaurant, and I intentionally shot it overhead without any styling. This is how a lot of you guys take your pictures. It comes off the line, you take a photo, you do the overhead shot, which is, very lazy and boring, and it's not styled in any way. The chicken doesn't look appetizing, the lighting is terrible, it's got that overhead yellow light from the kitchen. In contrast, we brought it out into the restaurant, put it on a table near a window. We actually softened the light a little bit, and I'll explain how to do that at some point. And then we took our same card and we put that on the opposite side, and we diminished the shadow just a little bit. And all we did was we lowered the camera angle, we put it at the right camera angle. We just kind of manipulated everything so it looked better on camera. And at the last minute, what we did was we poured the sauce on once we got the picture the way we wanted to. And the difference is night and day. So if you're not taking appetizing food photos, you're losing sales and it's hurting your business. So the purpose of this channel is to help you guys elevate your food photography game. So what I'd like you to do is like, subscribe, and share this channel. I want you to send in photos that you think are good but could use improvement. I want you to send in photos that aren't good, and I'll explain to you how to fix these in a very short period of time. All you need is your smartphone. You need a little bit of natural light and a couple of tools, and you'll be able to do great food photography on your own. You won't have to hire a photographer like me to do it, and you can shoot anytime you want. So I'd love to, have some feedback from everybody. Please let me know what you're interested in learning, and I'll be happy to teach that as well. So again, my name is Bill Brady. Welcome to the channel. Like, subscribe, and share, and hopefully we'll have a good time, teaching you how to do better food photos.